Working from home isn't an option for most businesses, according to new data. Remote work, which skyrocketed during the pandemic, has become an increasingly rare perk for Americans, according to the U.S. Labor Department. Inc.com. Another reason of many why I always say, if you wait to be officially told something, you are waiting too late. Employers feel empowered to simply say, if you want to continue working here, you will show up Monday through Friday or you're fired. Sarah Causey, owner of Causey Consulting LLC, said she doesn't see remote work simply going away, but it will begin to dwindle, although she said predicting when it will happen is impossible. As we go further into this economic downturn, I believe more employers will feel emboldened to simply demand RTO a la Elon Musk, and workers will find themselves without enough job options to simply refuse, Causey said. My interview with Biz Journals. To be clear, asserting that remote work is just simply not possible for most white-collar employees is absurd. However, pointing out that 100% work from home, work from anywhere jobs are dwindling is a sad reality. During the height of the pandemic, virtual meetings could resemble an episode of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Employees who once trekked to the office 5 days a week were now scattered around the country or the world. The term digital nomads entered the corporate lexicon, and many predicted an emerging class of roving professionals, who would travel, work, and live anywhere they could charge their laptops. 3 years later, that scenario has not quite panned out. Inc.com, Ibid. I have sympathy for folks who jumped on the bandwagon and set out a shingle as remote work. Fill in the blank as you will. Experts, thought leaders, champions, whatever. I wonder what they're going to do in the future, because I don't think RTO will vanish altogether. Hybrid workplaces have also become less common in this job market, as 16% of businesses reported that their team works from home some of the time, compared with 30% the year before. Over that same period, the number of fully remote companies remained about the same. 11% of businesses elected for a remote-first environment in 2022, compared with 10% in 2021. Inc.com, Ibid. As I've warned you before, hybrid work will likely be used as a stepping stone to full-on RTO. Still, even as employers continue to struggle to find workers, this new survey from the Department of Labor shows that many businesses seem to be willing to hold out for job candidates who are open to making the daily commute into the office. Fewer than 1% of businesses expanded remote work options to attract potential applicants, and only 2% reported hiring at least one fully remote employee. Inc.com, Ibid. Newsflash. These CEOs know that we do not have a 3.6% unemployment rate, and we do not have 2 legit open jobs for every 1 unemployed person. Sarah Causey believes WFH will continue to be the fall guy for struggling businesses, and an excuse for making employees come back to the office. She said she has experienced tremendous resistance from employers if you so much as hint that opening up a role for remote work would be a good choice, adding, at the risk of sounding pessimistic, I think as layoffs continue and unemployment rises, employers will feel emboldened to demand RTO. Some companies will stay hybrid or WFH, but I believe a majority of roles will be pushed back to the office for in-person work. My interview with WorkLife. When we look at how many people live paycheck to paycheck and how inflation surely doesn't seem to be transitory, I'm not sure how a majority of people will dig their heels in and lead a full-scale rebellion against RTO for the long run. Once folks start with us and on board, they understand why an office is important, she says. Nobody's threatened to quit over it. Inc.com, Ibid. Nobody's threatened to quit over it because where will they go? The FOMO and YOLO of the 2021 markets is gone. You must decide for yourself. Listen to puff-piece goofballs who give you fluffy lies, or roll with people telling you the truth. Causey Consulting LLC.com